Hey everybody. I am going to do a little mini series of tutorials for you just because some people like to watch, just the eyes, just the lips, just the face. I know I like to do that because when somebody does their entire makeup all the way through, I tend to fast forward and fast forward and fast forward. So I want to do like a mini one where I start with, I'll just do my base, and then I'll do, my eyes, and then I'll show you how to do my eyebrows, and there'll just be little videos that you can just click on and watch whichever one you want instead of just watching the full length thing. And then I'll show you the products that I use, and then in the eyeshadow tutorial that I do today, which is going to match my outfit, I'm wearing purple and green and like a teal blue. So those will be the colors I'll use, and then I'll show you my eyeshadow favorites of this month. I found better lighting in my house, so hopefully this turns out pretty good. So with my base, I start off with moisturizer, and this is my Mary Kay Time Wise Anti-Aging Fighting Moisturizer, combination to oily skin. It's for sensitive skin. I feel like it moisturizes enough without making me extra oily, because I tend to get oily right here and down my nose, and I use products to help for that. So what I like to start with is my little Beauty Blender sponge, but this is the off-brand. I don't know what that is. It's black, and I got it all over it. I don't even know what that is, but anyway, I start off with this and my mattifying primer by Kors. It is pomegranate. It doesn't really smell like pomegranate, but I like it, so it helps keep the shine off my face for most of the day. And I just put it in my areas. And this stuff is so light and almost feels like a really light moisturizer, and it just seems like it seeps right into your skin instead of, sitting on top like that almost like oily silicone layer underneath your skin, and then it feels like it breaks down your makeup where it's mixing with the oils and separates, and then your makeup looks all separated on your face. So I put that on first, and I just usually put it in my problem areas. I set my brushes down here instead of on my desk. I don't have enough room to film and everything. Then I use this little blender ball. It's much cheaper than the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender is like, I don't know, like $30 from Sephora. But I use this because it's like $6 at Ulta. And I feel like it does the same job. So I don't feel like there's any difference. And then I take my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, which I love, and I put it on the flat side. And I start with the top of my forehead and work my way down. I'm going to look in this mirror over here to help me out, because looking in this camera isn't the best. Just kind of pat it all over my nose, make sure I get it in all my little crevices. A little goes a long way with this stuff. You can already tell between the sides how it's got really good coverage. I'm listening to Katy Perry while I'm doing this. Old school. First album, Katy Perry. I Kissed a Girl, Katy Perry. is. And then sometimes I like to use a brush too to put on my concealer, like a stippling brush. And this is Cheeky, which is just some brand that I bought off of Amazon for like $14 for like 32-piece set. It doesn't shed. It is super, super soft. When they come, they have kind of a, chemically paint smell on them, but it goes away. And these brushes are just as good, if not better, than most of the ones that you're going to spend $30 a piece at the store, like at Sephora or Ulta or any of those. Then I take my Radiant Concealer by NARS, and I always put mine over my, and this is a super light shade. As you can see, like, it does not match my skin color at all. It is super, super light. It's the Chantilly one. It's the lightest one they make. But I use it also to contour my face because I don't like to use a whole lot of powder because then you can start to get cakey. And I don't want to get cakey. So, and then I just use the pointed end of the sponge and I just blend it out. And then it gives me really good coverage on my cheeks where I'm red, for most part. And it also gives me some extra, like, this stuff feels like it doesn't break down on my skin. So it gives me really good coverage and highlights, but doesn't start to look oily by the end of the day. Keeps it matte. I go down my nose, right here, right beside my mouth, and right under my lip, and around my lips so that it highlights. And I do brighter above my eyebrows, because I wax my eyebrows and they tend to look a little red up there. So I put that up there too to conceal that. And see, you can see more contoured face just by putting on the concealer. This is what I like to do. Some people, don't do it the same way, but this is how I do it. So, and then I take my NARS Luminizing Powder. I think that's what it's called. It doesn't have the tag on it anymore because I peeled it off, which is a kind of a complaint I have about this. I love their formula and everything. I just wish it was printed on the back so that I knew, because I really don't know what shade this is or anything anymore because I threw away the box. Because like the Duo Matte that I use for all over my face, the Makeup Forever, it says, 200 printed on the back, which I love because then I go back and I know I need 200. But this, I'll have to go back and when I have it around the corner of the pan, when I have it around the corner of the pan, swatch it and see if it, is the right color. But I'm going to get if I can find it, oh my goodness. I have this little flat brush. I bought these off of Amazon too for like $14 and it came with like 5-piece set and they're duo sides. And I just, wipe it in like this, tap it off. And then I just tap this, kind of pack it on underneath where I highlighted. Because this is a really light color also. Like I said, I don't know what color it is. I wish I could tell you. But it's just a really super light color. And then I just tap it on where I highlighted. And down my nose. And up around my eyebrows. Around my lips. And that's it. That's all I use that for. So it lasts a really long time. And then I take my big puffy brush, which this is an e.l.f. complexion brush, which is like, I think $3 at Target. You can get it at Walmart, but I'm not sure. You can even get it online at the eyeslipsface.com, and I think it's all the same price, like $3. But I just go all the way around my face, down my neck. Also, tip with moisturizer, don't forget to moisturize your neck, because you can tell the age of some people just by looking at their neck. Their face could look flawless, but as soon as you look at their neck, it could be all wrinkly, and then you know that they're older. So if you put some anti-aging lotion on your neck, it's going to help keep it nice and tight and not so wrinkly. And then see, I go over my whole face, even over where I highlight it. But you can still see it's highlighted, which is nice because I don't have to use all that powder. And then I take this brush, which is one I like to use for contouring. This doesn't even have a brand. This was like $14 for like 32 brushes on Amazon. Super, super cheap. But they're super soft and they don't shed. So there you go. And then I take this palette, which is the Amazon Rainforest After Dark palette. I don't think you can get this anymore unless you get it on eBay. It's got these pretty colors. I really love the blush and the highlight and the bronzer, and I think it's Park Avenue Princess, which you can always get. And the highlighter, not sure what the highlighter is, but I think this is an exclusive blush, which is really gorgeous. But I just changed my mind, and I'm going to use this the Park Avenue Princess. Oh my god, I can't talk. Ugh. Park Avenue Princess Tarte Palette, which has a beautiful blush also, Park Avenue Princess highlighter, bronzer, and this beautiful golden highlighter. And then I just dip my brush in there, and then I just highlight right there. And then there. Just to bring my face in, because I have kind of a round face. So this brings it in so my face doesn't look so round. Look at my mirror over here so I get it even. And sometimes I do just down on my neck a little bit. Give me a little bit of color. And then I get my blush brush out, a little angled brush. And this, I have no idea what brand it is. I think Eco Tools. I think I got it at Ulta. I just like how soft it is and tapered. And I just put that in the blush. And then put my blush on. Helps to get it in the right spot so you don't have that giant puff brush and then blush just goes everywhere and then you can't control it very well. I just get this little angled brush. This is the No Name brand again. It's a little teeny tiny angled brush that I'm going to use with my highlighter. And it just, I don't know if you can see this. There we go. It just fits right in there because these are kind of small on this side. And then you just hit it in there. And then I just sweep it into my eye and come up. Gives a beautiful highlight. I love it because it's like almost like a yellow tint, which gets rid of the red, and then it's got little gold flakes in it where it just highlights that area like almost like a candlelit light, and everybody looks good in candlelight. Sorry, I totally stole that from other think Too Faced Cosmetics, that's what they say about their highlight. And then I just bring a little bit down my nose. And then I take a little more of the Park Avenue Princess with the same brush and highlight the sides of my nose. Just brings my nose in and makes it look more slimmer. My nose can tend to look a little wide, so this helps. And there we go. That's how I do my base. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more videos.